Chapter 58. Steve phoned his dad to reassure him and the wider family that he was fine. He wanted to hear him speak without being bombarded by questions. He could rely on his old man. Steve just wasn't willing to relive the details of his horror. Glad he had made the effort to call, he had to update Tina on their fruitless search for Jared and the conversations with Star. Despite the searches the team had made, there was no news, and it was time to assume he was lost to the disaster. Jared was a number to add to the growing list of unfortunate souls. There was another call he had to make. He didn't want to speak to Greta, but it was the only way he could speak to his daughter. He dialed home. The panic in Greta's voice was gone. Thinking that Steve was dead had changed her. There was an unrecognizable warmth to her voice. Greta was being nice. To him. He couldn't answer the questions she rattled off because he wasn't listening. He was trying to figure things out and he was too raw to talk. He was struggling with everybody asking about Jared. The only person he'd talked to about Irfan's death was the man's wife. No one else even knew about that awful chapter of yesterday, and the last person he wanted to reveal this traumatic shit to was Greta. He had no words for her and shut down her attempts to engage him. He just wanted to talk to his little girl. Jared is gone. I'll be home as soon as I can. There's nothing for me here anymore, Greta. I can't talk about it. Please just put Amy on. He sat on his bed, acknowledging that for the first time he had actually said the words, Jared is gone. I love you, Steve. I may not say it to you enough, but remember this. I do love you, and I am sorry for so much. Please just come home. Steve paused to reflect. Nothing had changed with the events of recent days, even with this new display of affection. He could not give her anything in return. He was devoid. Greta waited for a response, and when none came, she put their daughter on. Steve smiled with joy for the first time since before the disaster. He may have smiled in front of others, but this was the real deal. It wasn't an emotional fabrication for the benefit of somebody else. Amy calmed his soul and gave him a reason to live. They talked for as long as his little girl's attention span allowed, with a full array of silliness and loving affirmation. Her excitable, energetic presence encouraged Steve to laugh. How he now longed to be home just so that he could put his little girl to bed tonight. Daddy and daughter declared their love and the call ended. Steve brushed away the elephant in the room and said a curt goodbye to Greta. It was 36 hours since he had slept, and he lumbered to the bed, falling into the deepest sleep of his life.